Extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud in me in your city. Cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could be president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Cali looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Cody Latimer now in the return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 41 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball to the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game. That I'm going to.
There goes Sterling Shepard. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. 1st and goal, Jonathan Stewart. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Zebra.
Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Jonathan Stewart punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive them with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So after the INT, it's Manning. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Manning to throw on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it third down. The pitch goes to Barkley, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Manning to throw for it on fourth. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes a fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Come back, come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got Miller. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. To go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Watson hands this to Foreman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Olivier Vernon brings him down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Back to throw, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Richmond.
From the 50, it's Watson. The catch made by Miller. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Richmond.
From the red zone now, Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights, just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a, welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the floor. 19 with a, I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And this last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights, just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a, welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard. Line. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And James has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. Now Ben on third and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Manning and the Giants come up now first and 10 at the 20. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Receiver.
On second down, here's Manning. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. He finds Beckham complete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Manning. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. First and 10 at the 19. pitch it out to Bell. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, it's Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Michael Thomas on the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Let's go, let's go.
And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on fourth to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Partners, decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Like 20. Take 4, take 4.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Le'Veon Bell unable to get in. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held them. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Set. 280. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Set.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Here we go on 4th down with Manning. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone.
Let's go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check your backer, check your backer. 4 down.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Set. 230.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Let's go, guys. Set. Like 20.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Manning now on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Manning now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it here, and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Here's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. Roethlisberger keeps it, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Jack 16. Ready? Like 80.
This time Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun. Manning. Finding his target. It's Cody Latimer. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He may try and run for this. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned, and they wind up picking up the first down.
A handoff to Barkley. And an alley to run. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 26 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Open man right side is Ingram. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Boy, it's only a one-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. Oh, were the Giants able to recover? Yes. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
You know as well as I do, it's really important to get Odell Beckham Jr. involved early, and that's the first time that Eli Manning was able to find him, and we're in the second half.
You think he and Eli maybe had some words on the sideline, hey, let's get on the same page?
Without a doubt, because they know that that kick starts their team, that gets them going, and now they have to do it again and again as we go down the stretch.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. A toss out to Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. That's complete. It's Bell. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. Hurry up, let's go. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, 96 is coming. Stings.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Bell. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This for the lead in the final stages. And Boswell's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.